after the university, I decided to dedicate my life to photography. So since then, I've been working around photography, not as photographer, but someone who writes, talks, and teaches. So my classes are mainly about the history of photography, art criticism, or theory of photography, or etc. My interest in photography is broad, I think, but recently I find my interest is moving a little from a sort of fine art to more documentary ones. Yes. Gradually I realized that social issues are most important thing for me, and also human conditions are main of my interest. I've been doing lectures and I did a lot of portfolios and workshops, but this kind of workshop I do not know anywhere else. And I really hear it's very intense, but very friendly and open, and I do enjoy it. Yes. I was thinking that many of them are a sort of really photojournalistic people, but it was not. And I was surprised that there were a real mixture of journalistic people and documentary photographers. I found that there are different interests and different approaches to the subject. And this mixture, I found that this mixture affects all of us in a very good way, and we could talk from different point of view, and all of us realized that we need to challenge the borderline of journalism. So maybe that's partially because I am here, because I am not from the photojournalism field. But so I really enjoy talking with them because we have different ideas. But what we share is we need to work on more on human conditions and social issues from different point of view. Yes. Well, there are more photojournalists who are not going to war or conflict zones, but rather looking at their own society or some more intimate subjects. That is true, but I think it reflects on the situation of visual world. I mean, we are surrounded by numerous different images, and we already used to cliché of all the stuffs visually. So I think young photographers are struggling to find something, I wouldn't say new, but something different. Then I think partially because of that, young people goes not to conflict zone, but to see more details of their lives. But it is a very difficult things to consider, but it's worth considering. I think the most important thing is to how sincere you are to the subject. So in this sense, there are a lot of things journalists can do. So the role of photojournalist is not just to take good photographs and send it immediately, but rather to show the complexity of the reality instead of simplifying it. During this session and during this masterclass, I asked many of them not to rush to make work. They need to take more time to complete their work. But I'm a bit afraid that many of young photographers are a little in a hurry, too much, to complete something, but it's not that easy. So I want them to take more time for reflection